I just watched the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, and oh boy, do I have some stuff to say. But as a fair warning, there are going to be some spoilers, so if you don't want to see any of that, click off now. So I'm just gonna get straight into it. The movie's great, but I want to get a bit specific why I think it's great, which is why I'm going to be using the same rating system I used when making my review on the Fnaf 1 movie. Which are how scary it is, how enjoyable the movie was, the overall story, and the comedy of the movie. However, I did want to add one more that I think would be good to mention, which is the actors / set design. Okay, starting off with how scary it is. I think they did a massive improvement on the horror since the first one, although I still think, at least to me, it isn't that scary. The puppet probably had the scariest moments, but overall I don't think it was anything like crazy. In my FNAF 1 movie review, I rated it a 5.5 out of 10 on scariness, which is why I think the FNAF 2 movie would be a 7 out of 10. It's 100% an improvement from the first, but I don't think it's anything that special. Moving on to how enjoyable the movie was. Before watching the movie, I was avoiding spoilers like the plague, but I did catch that it was rated around 12% on Rotten Tomatoes. Unlike when the first FNAF movie had a bad score, this didn't actually make me too worried. I had a feeling that the movie was still going to be great, and I was absolutely right. The whole experience watching this movie was just amazing and so enjoyable, which is why I'm rating it a 9.5 out of 10. Moving on to the overall story, without getting too deep into spoiler territory. I think this movie handled the story significantly better. The start of the movie with Charlotte was amazing, the Henry Emily parts, and etc. that I won't get into here since, honestly, you just need to watch the movie to truly understand the levels of absolute cinema. But this is why I'm giving the overall story a 9.5 out of 10. Not a 10 out of 10 because I don't think it's perfect exactly, but also another quick thing I want to mention, which I would consider heavy spoilers, so skip a tiny bit if you don't want to hear it. The part with Micah Afton and how they introduced him was so interesting and cool. I just wanted to mention that. But anyways, now the comedy of the movie. It was pretty good, although I don't think I was laughing that often while watching it. The ha 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 joke was pretty cool, and I also have to say, which is heavy spoilers by the way, the part where the originals kind of fight the toy animatronics really reminded me of those old SFM videos, which was very silly to me. I think I'll rate the comedy a 7.5 out of 10. Now for the final category, the actors and set design. I truly think this part is pretty much perfect. Every actor and voice actor in this movie is just so fantastic. The set design is also just peak, which is why I'm giving this category a 10 out of 10. Which overall, my final rating for this movie, even though all these scores added up, is technically a 8.7 out of 10. I heard some categories like overall story, for example, higher than the scariness, just in my opinion, which is why I'm giving this movie a 9.5 out of 10. Comment below what you would rate this movie, and thanks for watching. And also, if you enjoyed, please subscribe, it means a lot. Bye!